You got a secret, like you victorious. I'm back on a Tuesday and fucking feels glorious. I'm on the backbeat, sipping in the backseat, listening to NSYNC. No, not Backstreet. Yes, I can get it on my mind, my own mind, while I'm waving out the window like bye, bye, bye. Yeah, that bitch, yeah, she a bad bitch. I saw her texting earlier. Fuck, we got catfish. I don't know if you can see it while I take it home. I am like that Kendrick verse, cause bitch, I'm out of control. If you...
What is up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to go through my top 5 arm exercises for people new to the gym. Let's start it off with number 1.
Babe, if you want this, I should let you know. I'm looking for so.
Okay, so we are starting off with a dumbbell preacher curl. There's a few sort of tips and tricks to go with this one. Great bicep movement. First things first, you want to get the full extension when you are doing this movement. You don't want to keep much, if any, angle in the arm. You want to get it as straight as possible. This is good because it helps force blood into the bicep, help you get that big bicep pump that you're looking for, expand the muscle cavity, stretch those fibers because of that, help add size to the muscle. Another thing that is important is the mind-muscle connection. Now, bicep movements are movements where you're going to often have auxiliary muscles helping it out when you don't want them to. So focus on that bicep. Focus on nothing else working other than that bicep. Stare at it. Think about it moving. Think about it contracting. Whatever you have to do to get that bicep working to its maximum potential. That is what you've got to do, guys. Now I switch the angle up here so you can see slightly better what's going on with the bicep contracting and whatnot. My biceps sort of fold inward slightly so you can always see them better from this angle. But yeah, here at the top of the movement, you really want to squeeze as much as possible. Really get the maximum contraction, beyond 90 degrees, squeezing it as hard as you can, and at the end of the movement just turn your pinky finger up and out and you'll really feel an extra contraction. Even if you're just sat there now and you put your arm in a bicep curl position, just twist your hand so your pinky moves outwards and feel that contraction.
So much more, and I promise if I take you home, I can't say
Okay, number 2, more curls. Starting off with just regular dumbbell curls here. You can see the shoulders stay locked in place. You got to make sure that you concentrate on not letting them get involved in the movement. With the preach curl, it's easier because you're kind of using the bench to stop your shoulders getting involved. Whereas here, obviously swinging, keeping your back straight, you want to stop your back getting involved. Like I say, biceps are always a movement where other things want to get involved. So you've got to try as hard as you can to sort of stop them doing that. Here I'll show you one way, and that is to keep your elbows tight to your body, locked in as tight as you can. Obviously the bigger you get, as your shoulders start to get wider, your arms are going to be pushed out anyway with your lats and whatnot. But keeping the elbows as tight to your body as you can and not allowing... You see, when you move them away from your body, the centre of gravity and the position of the weight you're trying to move changes, and therefore it becomes a lot more stressful on things like your shoulders, and they have to get involved to help you get the weight up. So you want to keep them locked in as tight as you can.
hold you tomorrow, 'cause tomorrow I still won't know you. Babe, if you want.
Okay, we're moving on to triceps now, starting off with a French press. French press, it can be a difficult exercise when you start off. I'm going to show you here how to get the weight up first and foremost. I'm going to thrust it with your hips, pull with your arms away from your body slightly, and then up. Rest on the shoulder, 2 hands under one end of the dumbbell, and move it to behind your head. Now if I pause it here, this is about as far as you ever want to go. If you start lowering the weight any further, your shoulders are going to move out of position and they're going to move backwards. You're going to lose your balance, you're going to feel like you're falling backwards, which is something you definitely don't want to do when you've got a dumbbell above your head. Now if you look here at the top of the movement, there's not a full extension. This is a movement where you want to keep tension on the tricep. So it's not quite, the usual 180 degree angle where you lock out. You want to maintain some flexion in the joint. That way you get a lot of extra time under tension, a lot more work out of that muscle in a shorter period of time. Now, I know this is a list of 5. I've split it into 2 bicep, 3 tricep, which actually makes sense, bi and tri. But that is because the tricep is the bigger muscle. So if you want big arms, you got to work them triceps.
This, you should let me go. Baby, just let me go.
Okay, next up we got 2 very similar exercises, both tricep pushdowns. Starting off with a rope. As you can see here, you really want to keep the forearm parallel to the ground. You don't want to bring it up anymore, because as you do, your elbows will rotate up and this will move your shoulder joint out of position, and again you'll start to be using your shoulders to push the weight back down. So you don't want to bring your arms up any further. At the bottom of the contraction, you want to squeeze it as hard as you can. You want to get the full extension, just like the bicep curls earlier. Lock it out, squeeze those triceps as hard as you can, pull the rope apart, and you'll really feel that burn as the time under tension and sort of just the deep contraction will cause a lot of pain, but in the long run, a lot of gains, and that's what we want. Okay, we got another tricep push down here. This one is with a bar instead of the rope. Same teaching points. I'm going above parallel when I really shouldn't be. I think I was just tired at this point. But yeah, that ends the video, guys. Top 5. Hope you enjoyed it.
Just let me go.